December of 2013, Air Force pararescueman Master Sergeant Ivan Ruiz was deployed in Kandahar, Afghanistan with the 22nd Expeditionary Special Tactics Squadron. And on the night of the 13th, Ruiz and his unit were out clearing several large enemy compounds. But as they were making their way through one of the largest compounds they cleared that night, Ruiz and two Army Special Forces teammates were separated from the rest of the unit. While the rest of the unit was all focused on clearing out one large building, Ruiz and his two teammates were checking a small nearby courtyard. But as soon as they rounded the corner into the courtyard, they came face to face with 4 armed enemy soldiers. And when I say face to face, I mean they were at point blank range, to the point that they had to take a small step back just to have enough room to get their gun up to take care of the enemy. But thankfully, Ruiz and his teammates had a better reaction time to the situation than the enemy, and they were able to completely eliminate all 4 enemy insurgents without taking any casualties on their side. The enemy never even got a gunshot off. However, the sound of the gunfire led to a large group of enemy soldiers quickly pouring into the courtyard through a small alleyway. Immediately, one of the 2 Special Forces soldiers with Ruiz was wounded by incoming enemy gunfire, and the other teammate was heavily wounded by a hand grenade. They were quickly getting overrun and needed to get out of this small courtyard immediately, but Ruiz would not be able to move both of the wounded soldiers in time. Ruiz could have easily left them and ran for cover, but instead, he jumped onto the ground, laying flat on his stomach between his wounded teammates and the enemy pouring in through the alleyway, and began laying down suppressive fire on the enemy. Facing the enemy completely alone in total darkness, looking through the tubes of his night vision, he was able to hold off the enemy and lock down that alleyway, cutting down numerous enemy soldiers and braving several close calls with frag grenades. Despite the enemy insurgents doing their best, Ruiz completely stopped them from overtaking the courtyard, and miraculously he was able to single-handedly hold off the enemy force until the rest of their unit could reach their position. And as soon as the rest of the unit showed up, Ruiz quickly dragged his wounded teammates to cover, and while wearing night vision goggles, provided immediate medical care, credited with saving both of their lives. And because of his incredibly heroic actions that night, Ruiz became the 6th airman to receive the Air Force Cross, which is the branch's highest award for valor, second only to the Medal of Honor. And apparently Ruiz just has a thing for exposing himself to extreme enemy fire to save his teammates, because in September of 2013, while assigned to that exact same squadron, Ruiz climbed a hillside and exposed himself to enemy fire to repel several enemy attacks and direct fire onto 8 different enemy positions, resulting in 103 enemy insurgents being killed. For his actions during that 13-hour battle, Ruiz was awarded the Bronze Star with Valor. Needless to say, Master Sergeant Ivan Ruiz is a real-life superhero, and it has been a genuine honor sharing his story here today on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.